Welcome back, Alpha Hunters. Hope everybody's having a very marvelous Monday. We're seeing a little bit of bullishness so far. Really, it was mostly to start the day. Kind of a flat open, a little bit of a gap up there, not even worth measuring. Then we had a little bit of a run, first 20 minutes or so, first 30 minutes, a little bit there. Slowly grinded higher up to the peak of the day, and then it's kind of been pullback mode ever since. Now I'm going to zoom out here and show you why. That little peak of the day right there. What time was that? What time was that? Around 10:30 my time. So about 11:30 Eastern. But we barely snagged this high from Thursday. So barely got over that high, just enough to say we did make a new high. But that was it. That was kind of where we came and snagged that right there. Not even this high got there about 30 minutes before. It was this one. And then we just kind of been in pullback mode ever since. So that's the SPY, the Qs. A little bit different look to it. Nice little pump, flat sideways chop, and then a nice little run here. It was about 2 hours ago for about a 30-minute run. And kind of pulled back. Maybe we'll chop sideways, form a little handlebar action, and break back down. Kind of see if that happens. IWM kind of a flat open here, a little bit of a gap down, not too much, but a nice run here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, really even. No, I guess really more about like 2 hours about here, and then kind of a little flat top there, and it's kind of been pulling back here over the past hour and 15 minutes or so. But yeah, IWM is kind of strong there for a few hours. Okay, DIA, ooh, not as strong. Nice little gap down. Dropped off for 15 minutes and a nice rally. Nice pump there until about 11:30 Eastern. And then for the past 2.5 hours, it's been in straight, not even decline, just straight bearish mode. I mean, we have all come all the way back down. Even broke low of the day. At the low of the day there on the DIA. RSP, a little bit of a gap up there. A little bit of pullback. Nice run as well. And it's been in pullback mode, but hasn't gotten to the low of the day. It looks like it's heading there, though, probably here in the next 15, 20 minutes or so, I'd say. Anyways, that's kind of the way the markets look. RSP kind of has a whole flattening here over the past couple days. And, okay. I would still expect to see a little bit more of the pullback. I was kind of, I'm not totally shocked that we had a little bit of bullishness coming out in the morning from last week. You know, a lot of people, that invest over the weekend saw that, oh man, we were pretty strong this past week. Probably put in some buy orders, get the initial buy up this morning. But, seeing some selling coming across other areas since the early morning buying, especially here on the DIA. I got the hiccups, so if you hear that, apologize. Could be pulling back there. IWM is seeing some pretty good buying action. I kind of like this Morningstar reversal pattern here. So maybe the IWM actually holds up. If it closes up, it'll look pretty good, continue higher. But if it comes back down, then obviously that's not going to be a Morningstar reversal pattern. And we'll probably just be pulling back a little bit more. Qs. Yeah, continued new highs. But yeah, if it comes back down, probably continue to see bearishness kind of come in. That's more of what I'd be waiting for, is just not even like massive bearishness, but just pullbacks. I mean, we've had a pretty strong run here since the beginning of May. Nice gap up that has kind of led May higher here on the SPY at least. Yeah, I would just be waiting on pullbacks. Probably get as we go into, I don't know, maybe end of day Tuesday, Wednesday, early Thursday, something like that. Anyways, it's kind of the way the markets look. Take a look at the VIX. VIX. Yeah, a little bit of a gap up. Surprised it's kind of running higher. Yeah, kind of surprised it's running higher. That's interesting. But we did get the gap up. It's like the standard gap up Monday there on the VIX. Okay, DXY. Kind of just hanging out. Not really doing a whole lot today. GLD. Ooh, GLD made a new high. Let's see how gold futures are doing. So GLD made a new high. Gold made a new intraday high. We'll most likely make a new closing high above Friday. Looking pretty good there on gold side. Just real quick, how's SLV? Oh my goodness, look at those precious metals, man. We've been talking about them. Be bullish on any dips. Silver here over the past. Oh man, I mean May has been silver month. My goodness. Wow, May is. Wow, I didn't realize silver's dedicated its month to May. But geez, or May is dedicated its month to silver. Jeez. All right, this is an interesting spot here on yields. So we've gotten that bounce off these two highs that we had back up here. It's also where the long terms kind of are at right here, 200 moving average at least. So the interesting spot here is we've come now all the way to these moving averages, but it's also where this side step pattern is, or was, right, that we had like 2 weeks ago. So that's an interesting spot to probably be bearish on yields, which means you're probably just bullish on bonds at that point in time. So yeah, it's an interesting spot to say the least, which means you're probably bullish on the market. But if we see yields drop off, market's kind of extended, it'd be an interesting one to see if that actually does happen. Anyways, it is a pretty important spot here for yields. I would expect some choppiness at least before we either break higher or, probably not a bad spot to see it break down. Also, just not a bad spot to, maybe at least a little bit of a bearish play. You may not be looking for it for the whole breakdown here, but maybe a little bit of pullback on yields. So probably a little bit of a push higher there on the old bonds. 10-2 inversion, kind of flat, not really doing a whole lot today. HYG is just kind of flat, not really doing a whole lot. Okay, I mean, it looks like it wants to kind of push up, kind of getting consolidated here. Moving averages might be coming up, but if it just kind of goes flat here, and you can look for the drop off coming later on, would be how I could potentially look to play that bearish, but it's take a little bit longer time to set that up. Yeah, we got a pullback here on bond prices, LQD here. So kind of like the inverse of the yields, at least. So, yeah, it's going to be getting kind of interesting here on bonds here very soon on what they're going to do. Let's take a look at the TLT. Yeah, they're at a really, really interesting spot. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Okay, so that's a quick look at those. I'm going to take a look at 30-year. 30-year bounced pretty good. It also kind of hit right in that sidestep pattern. Okay. And then take a look at the 2-year. Yeah. 2-year looking a little bit stronger than the 10 and the 30. All right, take a look at sector rotation for the day. Not shocked to see the XLK is, well, leading the day. As well, the Qs are leading the day. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Industrials also outperforming. So are communications, barely. Materials slightly underperforming. Everything else is kind of dragging. Tech, utilities, or not tech, healthcare, utilities, real estate, my staples here, energies, discretionaries, and financials. Look at these. These are down like almost 1% down here. So, yeah, we got some, tech's up like 1%, and you got financials, discretionaries, energies kind of down here around almost 1% down on the day. So, not looking all great out there, and maybe we're seeing some areas sell off before everything else gets sold off. Interesting. Yeah, tech, we know intraday has looked pretty good. Materials, communications, industrials have outperformed. Healthcare underperformed. Real estate, utilities, staples, energies, and look at discretionaries and financials just keep getting hit throughout the day steadily.